Well, I knew something was up when my family was looking at me somewhat strangely. And I remember probably about 10 years ago, my father and I were sitting down. I was hosting a show in Canada, and he was having a moment, and I was crying about something intense for me, which he'd gotten used to, I suppose, at that point. He said to me, he said, "Alanis, I'm so sorry. We just never really knew what to do with you. We were at a loss."
In 1991, Dr. Elaine Aron made a major breakthrough when she identified the trait of high sensitivity.
Oh, I would call it a revolutionary breakthrough. It's not just a breakthrough, it's a revolutionary breakthrough.
Well, I suppose you need to know a little bit more about me, and I am a research psychologist. I have been a university professor in the past, a published novelist, and more than anything else, I'm a highly sensitive person.
High sensitivity is not a disorder or a condition. It is an innate temperament trait and is found in the same numbers in both men and women. There is now solid research on the subject, from brain studies to genetic analysis.
Sensitivity is one temperament trait, and by temperament we mean something that we think is inborn or there from birth. And these three lines of research, mine and Jane Belsky and Michael Plewis and Tom Boyce and Bruce Ellis, we've all converged on the same idea of this wonderful trait that's underneath the hood that can't be seen easily. So it's not been described that much, you know, by the general public. You can't look at someone and say, oh, that person's sensitive and that person's not. Now people can begin to understand a child or a parent or a friend or a spouse who's highly sensitive, but they didn't understand at first.
We believe, for a variety of reasons that are grounded in solid science now, that children, even in the womb, even in prenatal life, are sensing things about the environment in which they're going to be born.
So if someone is very highly sensitive and is exposed to very adverse environments, then that person is more likely to develop depression, because that person is more affected by that particular experience. But the positive aspect is that if they experience support from their environment, that could be psychological therapy, that could be social support, they are more likely to benefit from that support.
So now my counsel is, what you should tell people, pediatricians, counselors, neonatologists, that some kids have more difficult temperaments, but they are much more malleable clay in your hands. They are going to thrive and flourish if you care for them well, more so than others. But will that get through? Will people embrace this? Time will tell.
Oftentimes, it's the sensitive people in our culture who are the pioneers, who are the oracles who see into the future and see what's coming in our culture. And we don't give them enough credit as guides to us.
When I was told by Dr. Elaine Aron that I was a highly sensitive person, I was captivated. When I found out that I was going to be directing Sensitive, the Untold story, I was overwhelmed. And then, when I found out that Alanis Morissette, the rock star, was highly sensitive and wanted to share her story with us, I was blown away.
I feel honored to be sitting next to you, and grateful, because without having read your book, I would continue to feel like an insane person.
Today, this film is more popular than ever. People from all walks of life are embracing this story based on science of this unique and powerful trait, sensitive, the untold story.